So how would you like to sum up, Lord Denning? Looking back over your very long judicial career and all the exciting events, so many of which have been due to your own enterprise and your passion for justice, how do you think that administrative law now measures up? Do you think it's developed into a system which is equal to the needs of the times?
Well, it was an old Professor Dicey in the last century. We said we had no administrative law system, and he didn't want us to have it at all. It was Lord Reed, I think, and Regent Baldwin, and said we have no acknowledged system of administrative law. But I think it was Lord Diplock who said quite recently the development of administrative law has been the greatest achievement in his judicial lifetime. Well, I would agree with that. When I look back to the position in which I started at the bar in 1923, there was no protection for the ordinary citizen against the abuses of power by government, or indeed any mishandling by tribunals or inquiries. The word of the government or of the ministers or of tribunals was final. But that's 1923. The problem became acute with the development of more and more tribunals, with the more and more inquiries which were necessary as government took a greater part in the affairs of individuals. Then I'm glad to say that partly by Parliament, by the Tribunals and Inquiry Act, but mainly by the judges, we have developed a system of administrative law which I think is equal to any in the world, not with special administrative courts, but by our own High Court that does it. We've also developed, this is more controversial, a system of public law as distinct from private law. The House of Lords have quite recently made it clear that they think that public law affecting public authorities is to be treated differently from private law and private authorities. I'm not sure I go all the way with that. But on the other hand, that is a development which all students would have to cope with. I've mentioned it in a little book I'm going to bring out in a little time, the closing chapter. This difference, I know you will be interested in it, this difference between public law and private law, that's going to be one of the great controversies of the future. But so far as the judges are concerned, I do think, and I would agree with Lord Diplock, that the development by the judges of control of the tribunals, inquiries, and restraining abuses by ministers has been the greatest development in our time or for centuries. And I'm very glad we have met, as I said in my book, we've met the challenge. We met the challenge. We've developed a system of administrative law which is equal to that of any country in the world for protecting the citizen, and if I may add it, maintaining the rule of law in England as it existed ever since our great charter of 1215. We have maintained the rule of law in England all this time and are still continuing to maintain it.